Bruce Willis has been the ultimate action hero for decades, transforming from a wisecracking bartender into one of Hollywood's most iconic stars. Just like Tom Cruise started life as Thomas Cruise Mapother IV, or how Vin Diesel was born Mark Sinclair, Willis has some fascinating secrets that'll make you see him in a whole new light. He appeared on Friends only after losing a bet to Matthew Perry, or did he? The legendary story goes that Willis and Matthew Perry made a bet about their 2000 film, The Whole Nine Yards. If the movie became a hit, spoiler alert, it grossed $106 million, Willis would appear on Perry's show Friends and donate his pay to charity. Willis did indeed guest star as Paul Stevens, Ross's girlfriend's intimidating father, and won an Emmy for it. But this might actually be Hollywood's version of an urban legend. According to multiple sources, including People magazine, Willis simply agreed to the cameo because he and Perry thought it would be fun. The bet story? Pure tabloid gold that somehow became accepted fact. Either way, Willis donated his entire salary to charity, including AIDS research foundations. Whether it was a bet or just good-hearted fun, the man's a class act. He had to learn to write with his right hand for The Sixth Sense, so he wouldn't spoil the twist. Now here's some dedication to the craft that would make Daniel Day-Lewis proud. Willis is naturally left-handed, but director M. Night Shyamalan had a problem. The famous twist in The Sixth Sense revolves around Willis's character's wedding ring, traditionally worn on the left hand. To keep audiences from catching on too early, Willis had to retrain himself to write with his right hand. Talk about method acting. The dedication paid off. Most viewers were genuinely shocked by that final revelation. He starred in The Sixth Sense because he owed Disney money after a failed movie. Sometimes career-defining moments come from the most unexpected places. Willis was supposed to star in a Disney romantic comedy called Broadway Brawler, playing a down-on-his-luck former hockey player. But Willis reportedly feuded with virtually everyone on set, causing delays, firings, and ultimately the film's cancellation. This left Disney $17.5 million in the hole. To work off his debt, Willis accepted a 3-picture deal with Disney for significantly less money than his usual rate. Those films? Armageddon, The Kid, and a little supernatural thriller called The Sixth Sense. Sometimes the best things come from our biggest mistakes. Just ask Robert Downey Jr., whose legal troubles ultimately led to his career-defining role as Iron Man. He stuttered as a kid, just like half of Hollywood. Willis kept quiet about his childhood stutter until he was honored at a 2016 American Institute for Stuttering gala. The hardest thing that I remember was being a kid stuttering, he revealed, adding that his stutter miraculously disappeared when he started acting. He's part of an impressive roster of stars who overcame stuttering. James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, barely spoke for 8 years as a child. Emily Blunt found her voice through acting after struggling with severe stuttering. Ed Sheeran conquered his stutter by rapping along to Eminem albums. Samuel L. Jackson still uses his famous expletive to break through speech blocks. And even Joe Biden practiced speaking by reciting poetry in front of mirrors. He released multiple music albums, and one was actually successful. Before you laugh, remember that Willis's 1987 album, The Return of Bruno, actually peaked at number 14 on the Billboard 200. His R&B and blues vocals found an audience, even if his follow-up, If It Don't Kill You, It Just Makes You Stronger, didn't chart. Willis is in good company with actors who moonlight as musicians. Will Smith dominated the charts in the 90s, Lady Gaga won an Oscar for A Star Is Born, and even Paris Hilton became one of the highest-paid female DJs in the world. Sometimes those side hustles work out better than expected. He created an animated series called Bruno the Kid. In one of his more unexpected career moves, Willis developed and starred in Bruno the Kid, a syndicated animated series that ran from 1996 to 1997. Willis voiced an 11-year-old spy working for an espionage agency, because apparently nothing says children's entertainment like the guy who made Die Hard. The show featured voice acting legends Tim Curry and Mark Hamill, with Hamill crediting the series for elevating his voice acting skills to a new level. While it might sound bizarre, Willis was ahead of his time. These days, major stars regularly lend their voices to animated projects. His 2022 aphasia diagnosis ended his acting career. In March 2022, Willis's family announced that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, a neurological condition affecting communication abilities. His daughter Rumor shared the news on Instagram, explaining that Willis would be stepping away from acting. The announcement shed light on reports that had been circulating in Hollywood about Willis's cognitive health during his later film projects. Multiple sources had noted concerning behavior on sets, including the incident where Willis fired a blank-loaded gun on the wrong cue during Hard Kill. Rumor's statement was both heartbreaking and hopeful. Bruce Willis's journey from small-town security guard to global action icon proves that Hollywood dreams can come true through sheer determination and a little bit of luck. Whether he was learning to write with the wrong hand, hosting late-night TV, or secretly buying up an entire Idaho town, Willis has always marched to the beat of his own drum. And honestly, that's exactly what we'd expect from the guy who taught us to welcome to the party pack.